Good morning, Leo, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. What I'd like to do is to get you started with your April's reading here, and the cards that I intend to use today are the ones before you, the Russian Gypsy reading. I've already shuffled, and the cards are already illustrated and displayed as you see there, okay? I'm going to be using a variety of decks today to give you messages, okay? If you're new to my channel, I certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscriptions here. Rest assured, Leos, that in this reading it will not resonate for each and every one of you out there. But for those for whom this reading is meant, I certainly hope it offers you the information that you're seeking. Okay? I'm going to cover not only your romantic situation, but I'm just going to cover whatever that comes out here in your reading. All right? So let's get started with first by just I'm going to shuffle up a few of these romance angel cards just to get a general feel of the vibrations surrounding your romantic situation during this time period in question. And then we're going to just dive right deeply into the reading that you see before you. Okay? So, Spirit, what messages would you like me to share with Leo during this time period in question? Or basically, what vibrations surround them? Okay, let's just move this over just a little bit here so you can see the cards. All right. So, Spirit, what surrounds Leo during this time period in question here? Okay. It certainly seems, Leo, that you definitely have an unrequited type situation here. Okay. It looks like that you guys might be dealing with perhaps several people or even, in fact, multiple people here, but I just feel that the love that the two of you share seems to be a bit unrequited. Okay? It seems that either you or the person with whom you're dealing appears to be um, not, you don't seem to be reciprocating your love and kind here. Perhaps you might be, in fact, putting a little bit too much effort into a situation that, that is just seems to just have been stalemated, if you will. And this might even include a situation that you may have had with an ex here or someone from whom you are estranged, I'm getting here. It also could be for some of you, just meeting someone here is that perhaps you're just, moving a bit too fast here. And you may need to take your time here just to really figure out if this person is in fact the one for you. Okay? I also feel too that, ladies and gentlemen, there is in fact an element of deception that seems to be lurking here in your situation here. Someone potentially is in fact wearing a mask here, or they're masking uh, their feelings here. And of course, connected with unrequited love here, deception is always a strong element. Okay? But even though that some of you may see this card as being a bit negative, it's really not necessarily negative. It just shows that someone is masking his or her feelings here, and it may be worthy that you consider really making some effort to sit down to just have a discussion about things here. All right? So certainly understand that there is an element of that deception that is in fact working here. All right? Despite that, ladies and gentlemen, understand that you certainly deserve love. You deserve to be loved despite the challenges to the contrary. Okay? You are, in fact, lovable. All right? But I feel that some of you, the reason why perhaps this deception or even, in fact, the love seems to be a bit unbalanced here is because maybe some of you may have forgotten the reasons that brought you two together in the first place here. So to recapture romance, it's time that you allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to kind of shine here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time that you go back and reignite that passion, that fire, that zest that you once shared with one another here. All right? And understand too that I'm kind of seeing too that despite you having all of these things in your energy field here, there is certainly a chance, ladies and gentlemen, for a stronger commitment. I feel that Love, in fact, does surround you, but you just need to. Some of you, I feel you need to slow down because I feel that there's a possibility that you may be tempted, or contemplating entering some type of ill-advised situation when you already know that you. I feel that many of you strongly, for those of you who are in an existing situation, particularly, your relationship may have soured, and you may have be contemplating doing something ill-advised. It's going to end up harming you in the end here. All right. And for those of you who are just kind of going back and forth with this ex or whatever, it seems to be more of an unquieted type situation here. And to further emphasize the fact that there is a possibility of a stronger commitment or even a marriage here, we also have the engagement card. Your life is, in fact, ascending to a higher level of commitment here. But getting there, you're going to have to go through some pain to kind of, really get there, because the spirits are certainly indicating that it is safe for you to love. It's time that you really open your hearts, ladies and gentlemen, and really give and receive the highest energy that really comes here. Okay, I'm going to select two more cards, and then we're going to get right into your reading here. And it's kind of hard for you guys not to think positive when really kind of suffered so much, so many things in the past. But the romance angels are saying that it's time that you learn to try to be a bit more optimistic about your love life, because you we all know about the law of attraction. Okay, so positive thinking begets positive act things that come to you, or with what this card is saying is that positive thinking and faith, it certainly is going to bring you the romance that many of you seek here. All right. So let's go on and just get right on into your gypsy reading to see what other information that we can get. Also, hopefully, we could get more information about your romantic situation here. So it seems that a lot of you, you're almost in decision mode that I'm kind of getting, just looking at those cards here. All right. So with the gypsy reading, ladies and gentlemen, there are only 25 cards to this deck. All right. And depending upon the orientation in which the symbol, kind of comes together here, determines your interpretations. Again, there are four positions here. The first two positions tends to be very, very positive, but not always. And then as you descend to the last two, third, and fourth position, it gets a bit more negative, okay? All right? So I'm going to go on and get started by just looking at your first symbol that I'm seeing here in this reading. All right? We have the firewood there. So with the firewood is all about, it's kind of suggesting this falls in the second position here. So of course, with fire, you can get burnt, right? So I'm getting a strong indication that some of you just, it looks like you might need to calm your libido, because you just might get burnt if you don't, ladies and gentlemen, okay? And it kind of goes back to what I was saying with you when I was, speaking about the romance angel cards, is that the cards are indicating that, while you may be tempted to enter some type of an ill-advised affair, if you do, it seems like it's gonna cause, harmful consequences to you that I'm getting here. All right. Also, I'm kind of getting to that for those of you who are really, you've been seeking employment here. You might even get an offer that you feel that might be below your standards. I'm getting for some of you. The cards are suggesting that you might want to just accept this, or you may end up not having anything that I'm getting. All right. And then you have the angel there. So with the angel, that's always a positive omen, suggesting that there is someone that's, kind of helping us. There is someone that's hearing what it is that we need to um, hear in our thoughts, or hearing things that we need to be answered more on a spiritual type level here. So I'm just getting with here with this card is that this picture is that despite problems, understand that you are loved here, okay? And this angel is kind of asking you to look at the big picture here I'm getting. Because I feel that either you or someone that's very close to you is doing a lot of toxic things here, to include excessively lying, just using too much drugs or alcohol, or just even cheating. Okay, so this is suggesting, it seems that more so that your family or your close friends are going to be there for you during times of problems that I'm getting here. We're just looking at that symbol. Okay, and then now we have the heart. Now, with the heart, that is in position one here. So it almost goes back, ladies and gentlemen, to what I said here with this unrequited situation here that I feel that a lot of you do have here. Because this symbol in this position shows that, your happiness is or dwells somehow within this person here. But I just kind of feel that perhaps you are being unnoticed here in some way, or it just seems to be a bit one sided. Okay, you're following me? Okay, so I'm kind of getting an indication that even for you guys who are in an existing situation, it seems that the reason why your situation has soured, I feel that some of you may even have been separated or may be separated, but I feel that there's a possibility that the two of you will reconcile. I'm kind of getting here, but you just have to kind of redouble your efforts. I'm kind of getting to show this person that you really like this person. Or for those of you who are single, okay, and you see someone that you really like or whatever, the person may not even be noticing you. So you need to kind of make yourself more available here. And just as your angelic card or your romance angel cards have indicated, it's certainly safe for you to love. It's time that you open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all, ladies and gentlemen. So you also have the cat. And with having the cat, though, this falls in position four, so it shows some type of something hidden that's dangerous that could come towards you. Nothing to help you to hurt your health or anything. I mean your physical being, but it's more of a verbal type attack here from someone. And because this card is in this position, it looks like that this person, is very abrasive, and they always want a reaction from you. It's potentially a narcissistic type person here. So the key here is to just change the way that you react. Don't let this person see you sweat that I'm getting. All right. Now let's just look at your last card here that we have here. It kind of gives us a summary of what's important here. All right. Let's start off here by just examining. Let's see. Um, which one I would want to see first. We're going to examine the sit here. All right. So with the sit, this card usually brings about, it's all about, karma and fate, that causes or that cause havoc or bring havoc to our life. So when I see this, and it makes me feel that, people are constantly jealous of you, and it's usually for no reason here. So the key is to just fuck them. That's what I say. Who cares whether they're jealous or not? Keep being you, that I'm kind of feeling here. And then you have the anger. The anger brings about, it gives us stability, but sometimes it can be an impediment to our success here. But with this card being that is the last card in position one, it certainly shows that true love does in fact surround you, and you're gonna have success and love despite the challenges that you know are kind of surrounding you here. I'm also, what I'm gonna do at the end of this reading, since these cards are kind of suggesting that someone is wearing a mask or a bit deceptive here, I'm gonna pull out a few letters here to help you recognize who this person might in fact be. But your last two symbols here, you have both the ring, okay, and you have the bird there. So the ring is all about our association with others. It's all about two people togetherness. It's all about just as what the romantic angel cards have indicated. A wedding, a situation that seems to be elevating to a higher level of commitment here. So I'm seeing some type of an agreement or strengthened commitment that you guys are gonna, move forward. And with the birds here, last but not least, with these, it shows some type of celebration and it shows joy. Okay, and even for some of you, it shows that some type of promotion is forthcoming as well as a new job. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of summarize basically what I basically said to you guys to just hone in on what you really need to know here, as well as give you kind of provide you some information of the type of person that I'm also seeing coming into your energy field here. All right. So it looks like the cards are suggesting that following a tumultuous period, which may have included a separation for many of you guys here, I see you reaching a goal, really related to your romantic situation. And I see you soon being in a very happy, either in a very happy new relationship or potentially a strengthened one, or some of you might even decide that you want to reconcile with someone here. But understand that you do have those elements of unrequited love as well as deception being there. But I see that, a relationship for many of you will, in fact, lead to a higher level of commitment, okay? And for some of you, this might even be a long distance type relationship that you have been in, or some type of internet type based connection, okay? But I certainly see you receiving some type of it looks like some of you, a lot of you are waiting for some type of phone call. And again, more than likely, it's someone from whom you've been estranged. And you're going to certainly receive it, and it's going to come very soon here that I'm getting. All right? Now I'm just going to turn my attention basically over to just honing in on the type of person that I'm kind of getting here. I'm seeing a very caring person. I'm seeing a generous person. Someone that's romantic, flirtatious. For some of you, the person is curvaceous. I'm seeing a slim person. I'm also seeing as well as a heavier set type person, but not necessarily overweight. I'm seeing someone that's very aggressive. Someone with in fact, even visible scars, to include but not limited to tattoos, even short hair, someone that's very self-sufficient yet stubborn. And I feel that this person, like I said, is a several people here, so apply these to the person with whom you're dealing. I see someone that's very set in his or her ways here, yet stable. Someone that's very talkative, very gossipy, even hairy. Okay, I'm seeing all of the signs here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So let's go on as I've indicated to you, because the romance angel has alerted us to the fact that someone surrounding you is in fact wearing a mask. Let's go on and select 20 letters here to help you identify who this person might be. Someone around whom, ladies and gentlemen, you might want to consider being a bit more vigilant. Let's see. And then once doing this, we're going to get on back into those oracle cards as you see before you, as well as shuffle up a few more messages. So Spirit guide me to the correct 20 letters to help Leos identify the person around whom they should be vigilant. Okay, Spirit, what letters? What are your letters? Okay. Sit down here. All right. Okay, we have an R, an F, T, N, Y, E, M, S, N, R, I, W. 8 more letters, Spirit. 8 more letters for Leo to kind of help them unmask this person here around whom they should be more cautious. So 8 more letters. We have a T, an E, another C, an M, a D, an I, an N, and lastly, we have an X, all right? I'm going to call them all back to just make sure that you have them. We have one S, ladies and gentlemen. There are 2 R's, um, one W. There are 2 M's, 3 N's, 2 E's, 2 I's. Okay, there's a C, a Y, 2 T's, an F, an X, as well as a D here. So, ladies and gentlemen, I certainly hope that those letters help you determine who this person wearing a mask might be. All right, so let's get right back into your reading here with a few more messages. All right, so I've decided to shuffle up my unicorn oracle deck here to just give you a few more messages here. And as you can see here, they're asking you, because unicorns tend to lighten up things a bit, particularly when you've gone through a very painful type situation or very frustrating. So they help you lighten up a bit. So what they do want you to do, ladies and gentlemen, is to try to take some steps towards forgiving, okay? And they're saying here that it's really time for you to let go of any anger and blame that you're still holding here, okay? And just be yourself, ladies and gentlemen, because you are a great person. Remember, you are worthy of being loved here. Enjoy just being you. Get rid of pretenses and just be yourself, you know? And stop thinking negatively here. You have the happy thoughts there. Because to feel happier right now, think about a memory or something else that really makes you smile. Let's get a few more messages out here, and we're going to just switch over to another deck here. So, unicorns, what other messages which you might have for my Leos here? Okay. Understand that, Leos, true friends tend to stick together no matter what, okay? No matter what, despite whatever challenges, you can overcome your obstacles just by having a heart-to-heart conversation, just by forgiving, just by letting go, okay? And last but not least, it's just simply time that you listen to your true feelings. Don't let others talk you into doing something that you know might be wrong, okay? Or against your, the way that you are accustomed to doing things, all right? So we're going to, as I said, go on and just shift gears here. Okay, I'm going to go on and just give you more of a manifestation reading here because it seems that, you're going to come, this storm is just about to end for you guys. So it seems that your relationship is going to get back on the right track here. But let's go on and just see what additional actions, Leos, that you might want to consider taking to continue to manifest that love that you seek, that soulmate level love here. So let's see if there are any actions that Leos can take to manifest this into their lives. So Spirit, what messages that we have? All right. They certainly want you to work through your feelings, Leo. It's time that you stop keeping things bottled up. It's time for an open discussion for some of you that I'm kind of getting here. All right? It's time for you to talk less and learn to feel more with regard to your situation here. And it's also time that you learn and, of course, entrust in your intuition to continue to attune your attention more to the divine here. Cool your emotions. Sometimes I feel that many of you react without having all of the facts, kind of squared away here. It's time that you stop taking life too seriously. Lighten up a bit, okay? Life is meant to have fun here. And keeping with what the unicorns have told you, it's time to let go of anger and blame. And in doing so, you got to leave the past behind. It's very important. All right. And last but not least, with this card, you have to always know your worth. Always know your worth. Like I said, the cards are suggesting that many of you are in a unrequited situation. Stop doing stuff for people that they're not offering you the same thing in turn here. All right. So, in conclusion, today, ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to leave you with another message from Spirit, a message that you can kind of consider as you move forward with these last weeks of this month here. So, Spirit, what message would you like for me to share with Leo here? And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to actually share this message via a postcard here that I have right here. All right, here it is. All right, I'm going to go on and read it as it is written here. And this is something that you might, as I said, consider, kind of injecting the message contained herein that I'm going to discuss. Inject it into your life here. Something that you can, really consider is a message meant specifically just for you. Okay? So, dear you, now it's one of those times you are being asked to add some distance. Take a step back and do nothing but observe. Don't worry about how long it will take to regroup. Just know it's temporary and actually an opportunity to take a breath. Slow down and look at how far you've come. Decisions for the highest good are made when you have clarity, which comes from being open to information from both the intellect and the intuition. When you step into the role of observer, it's as if your turn or you turn on a switch that allows your soul to be an essential part of the information gathering and decision making process. And this way, you can approach things from a more neutral and non judgmental place. We know you'll make the right choice. Trust us when we say now is not the time to get too close to the fray. Step back now. You will be glad you did. Love you. So, Leos, this is what I have for you. I certainly hope that this reading once again has offered you the information that many of you have been seeking. Be sure to like and share. Subscribe if you've yet to subscribe. And if you'd like a more personal reading, you can definitely contact me at will.brown at watconsultinginc.net. Enjoy your evening. Thanks a lot.